Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today's video is my June pile of possibilities.
Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Time to dive into the book.
So my original intention for June was to read summary books that were primarily set in Florida or at least set in summertime. And so I have the first two in a series of their books written by Randy Wayne Wright, and the character is Doc Ford, and he is a marine biologist. It's in Sanibel Island, Florida. That's where he lives, and he is he's a marine biologist. He's an ex-secretive operative. And he's trying to have a more laid back lifestyle, but because of his background, because of his friends and people he worked with, he finds himself inserted or being pulled back into local investigations and different things. So I think from what I gather, they're like fun, summary, thriller, crime, mystery type. I think they're going to be easy reads. I think they're just going to be kind of fun and light. So I'm going to read the first two and I'm going to see how I like them. He has, this Randy Wayne White author. He also has several restaurants here locally that are named Doc Ford. And so if I like these, I thought we could go to the restaurant. He sells his books in the restaurants, and, support a local author. And, but so I'm hoping that they're good. I'm hoping that I like them. There's a bunch of them. So it's all this Doc Ford, and there's a bunch of them. So I've got these two. We'll put that there. Then I have The Mayor of Lexington Avenue. This is set in Florida. It's like a crime thriller investigation. James Sheehan. I believe it's his debut novel. So I have never read anything of his. I don't know anything about it. It was on my shelf. And I was just literally looking for books that were set in Florida. So this meets that requirement. Then we move on to The Marauders, and this is set off of the coast of Louisiana, so close. But the little description, it just kind of sounds funny. I'll read it to you. When the BP oil spill devastates the Louisiana Gulf Coast, the citizens of the Bayou town of Jeannette scramble to replace their lost livelihoods. Among them is one-armed, pill-popping shrimper Gus Lindquist, who has nothing left but the dying glimmer of a boyhood dream, finding the lost treasure of pirate Jean Lafitte. With his metal detector and Pez dispenser full of Oxycontin, Lindquist steers his rickety shrimp boat into the savage Louisiana swamps. So that description makes me think of some Carl Hiaasen books, or at least the characters in Carl Hiaasen. So I just thought it sounded kind of fun and light. Okay. Then we move on to True North. This is a hardback that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So I paid $1 for it. It is set in Wisconsin, but it is in the summer. It's the summer of 1993, I think. Yep. And it's a family. They buy the deed of a rafting company. And there's a competing rafting company that's local. And then you have the summer weather that, creates some troubles, some problems. And so it's sort of them trying to get this business going. But it sounded like a summery themed book. So have that one, and it's a hardback. And then I have my own requirements that I put on myself at the beginning of the year, and that's to pick one of the 12 books that I put up there. And so I'm going with The Alchemist. And this is, a lot of people know this and have read this, but it's like a epic journey of a shepherd boy, Santiago, and he is in search of treasure. He meets different people along the way. And one of the people he meets is the Alchemist. So it's supposed to be a wonderful book. So that's my one of 12. And then this is, and then I have to have a hardback. So it could be the True North book, or it could be the Authenticity Project. I've talked about this book before. I got this in a Lori book haul and I really want to read it. It sounds really interesting. There's this green journal that shows up in like a local coffee shop, and there's an anonymous entry in the journal of somebody's very honest and true something. They put something in there, but they're brutally honest. The person that finds it decides they're going to add their own entry anonymously and leave it somewhere else. And 6 people end up leaving entries, and then those 6 people meet. And so I think it's like a story about being brave, putting yourself out there, being your true authentic self. But I just like the concept of it. And so it sounded really fun. So this is my hardback, or True North. And then we have our Audio Miles book club, and Nicky and I, we're going to put out the 4 books to choose from to vote on. And we're thinking summary, thriller, something like that, or a combination of those to choose from. So we haven't chosen our book yet for the month of June for Audio Miles. We're still in our Memoirs of a Geisha. So then, as if that wasn't enough, then I heard about June on the Range. And I'd never heard this before, but I have been wanting to read Lonesome Dove for years. It's a big book. It's almost 1,000 pages. But I saw this movie. I've seen it many times, but I saw this a long time ago, probably 20-ish years ago. It's a fantastic movie. I think they also made a series on it. But my dad got me the book because I loved the movie so much, and I just never got around to reading it. So I thought this could be a good time, June on the Range. So I am at least going to start it. I mean, I don't know. My dad said it reads really quick. And it's just a fantastic read. I don't think I've heard anybody say anything bad about it when they've read it. So as far as a big book, I think you get through it pretty quickly. So that's a lot for June. That's a lot. But I'm going to try my hardest to get to these, or at least most of these. But let's see. Let's have a little bit of order. There we go. So that is my really big pile of possibilities for June. I am excited. I'm excited for my Doc Ford books. I'm excited for June on the Range, reading Lonesome Dove. But honestly, all of them really sound good to me. So I think it's going to be a good reading month. And yeah, I'm excited to jump into these books. So let me know if you've read any of them, or if you're going to participate in Audio Miles, if you're going to participate in June on the Range. This will be my first time. Like I said, I just heard about it. So yeah, so I'm excited. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be reading.